What's up, everybody? Rob Ferretti here, and as most of you know, I was scheduled to deliver the BMW M3 giveaway car on March 1st, which was a couple of days ago. And if you could tell by the title of this board, I did not give it away yet, and I'm about to explain why. But first, let me remind you that this car was made possible by both dashhub.com and panjo.com. I'll give them a little mention later in the video. But here's what was supposed to happen, and here's how this whole thing was going. I contacted the transport company. The car was ready for transport, and it was supposed to be, according to the transport company, 4 to 5 days. And this was back here on the 19th. So I chose February 19th to give it enough time because I was flying in here to here. This is when I was going to be in California. Giveaway car right there on Railroad Crossing now. Give away the car on the 1st. So scheduled the truck. They were going to come Monday. They actually came on Tuesday. So truck NJ. That's pretty bad. Excuse my handwriting. And then I figured 4 to 5 days. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It'll be there on Sunday. I reached out to the likes of Mike Musto, Noah, people that lived in California about getting the car stored. I was sort of busting my head trying to figure out where I can keep it because I didn't get until here. And ultimately, it didn't become an issue. So what happened is, because the car is so recognizable, I've had people as early as Friday. This is when I first got my first photo of the car in Philly. So this car, which I expected to be in California, either here or here, was in Philadelphia, which is 90 miles away from where it was picked up on Friday. I was then told, because the guy worked at the lot where the car was stationed at, who sent me the photo, that it left to California right there on the 25th. So I called the trucking company. They said, don't worry, it'll definitely be out there by the 28th. That didn't ultimately happen. My next status update was somebody saw it in Tennessee, sent me a picture from Tennessee. Somebody saw it in Texas. And then the last thing, when they told me it was going to be in California, the trucking company said they would deliver it on the 1st. I asked that the trucking company now, since I'm already in California, I was expecting a car at least to be in San Francisco when I got in. Completely threw off my logistics. It was just a complete mess. So here's what ultimately ended up happening. I asked them to then deliver to Elk Grove. They said they wouldn't. They were going to drop it off in California. I got my last text message, private message, with photos of the car in Southern California. I don't remember where in Southern California, but it was in Southern California at a CarMax at 7:02 a.m. Down by LA, which is not close to San Francisco. Ultimately, they brought the car at 3:30 in the afternoon to San Francisco. Now, how did this screw up my plans? Well, the way I was planning on doing it, I was going to go out to California, get the car washed, it was on open and transporter. It cost me $1,000 to send the car out there, which is probably a little bit more on the wholesale end because I was looking to spend like $700. I spent more money to get what I thought would be a better trucking company because they said they were going to do it in 4 to 5 days. That didn't happen. Since I was then expecting to get the car in San Francisco and then I would have to get back from Elk Grove, I had Elizabeth White from It's White Noise, check out her Instagram account, meet me in San Francisco, but then she ended up wasting her time ultimately, and we'll get into that. She ended up wasting her time because I could have done this trip by myself because I didn't have a car. It was just me driving out to a meet to say hello to everybody. So on this day when I was going to give away the car, between 4 and 6 p.m. at S N Motorsports in Elk Grove, they hosted an event where I was going to be giving the car to Jeffrey Davis, who won it, and he showed up, but I sort of couldn't really give him any car. That being said, I had the car in San Francisco now at 3:30 in the afternoon, and at that point in time, I still thought, like, if the truck was right and it was going to get there at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, I could get a tow truck to bring it over. It'll land at the end of the meet, and we'll at least have the car in Elk Grove to present it to him at the end of the meet at like 6:30 or 7 o'clock, because it was only 90 or 100 miles away. Also did not go according to plan, but the trucking company, because this is what reputable trucking companies do, they made me, I ran into the logistical issue of having the cash, the COD for the truck driver, that I didn't have time to go from Napa, which is where I was staying, and then I was stopping at Fur Parts and stopping at Exotic Auto Recycling. I didn't have time to go from Sacramento back down to San Francisco to drop the money off and still make it back in time for the meet. So real wrench in the operation having this transporter just dumping a car in San Francisco. But I spoke to the broker, and the broker said I could deposit the cash directly into their Wells Fargo account and send them the receipt, which I did. So the truck was paid. Next step was to try to get somebody to hook me up with a tow truck to get the car from San Francisco to Elk Grove. Now, this is where I got knocked over. The tow was, I forget what it was. I think the tow was about $650. And to spend $1,000 to ship a car 3,000 miles and then have somebody quote you $650 to bring it 100 miles, sort of wasn't in the play for me. If it was like a little bit cheaper, $200, $300, great. But I couldn't get anyone to do it for that and guarantee to get it to Elk Grove by, I think it was 6:30 is what I said I needed it there by. So I just left the car in San Francisco, did the meet at SNN, said hello to a bunch of people, and I told Jeffrey that I would get him the car the next day when I go to San Francisco, and I'll get it hooked up on my AAA and towed out there for free. However, I used all my AAA tows, which is what I found out when I went down to San Francisco. So here I am showing up in San Francisco where the car was literally just left on the street outside the BMW dealership. And this is sort of what happened from there. All right, BMW M3 giveaway time in San Francisco. Problem is, the giveaway was supposed to be yesterday and the transporter didn't arrive in time. So what do? They drop it outside of BMW San Francisco and they leave it here. And I tried to get a towing company to get it over to where it's going, and now it's like properly filthy too. I tried to get a towing company to bring it where it's got to go, but instead he leaves it on the street. Put the key in the under the seat, and I go try to start it. Towing company, by the way, to get the car the 100 miles to Elk Grove, which is where this transporter dropped it off, tow truck companies wanted $600, which is ridiculous for the distance it's going. It cost $1,000 to get it across the country in too long. Anyway, then I try to start the car, and the car doesn't start. Hold on. So the battery is dead. I don't know why the ignition is not working now. All fun stuff. This thing, I don't know what they did. This was now sitting on the seat for whatever reason. And then the transporter left a car here that doesn't appear. Luckily, it's outside of a BMW dealership. I'm just trying to start it and pull it into the BMW dealership. There you go. Spin, nice. Nothing. Jack shit. So, this car is supposed to be given away. Instead, it's stuck here in the middle of San Francisco. So, the BMW dealer is over here, but I couldn't get the car to start over there. So I'm using JL Automotive Repair right there. And the delivery will have to wait another day or two. Because, let's see, that was easier to get to there than over here. And I'm sure it's probably cheaper to fix, but it looks like the ignition lock broke or something stupid. Anyway, there is your update. Almost delivered the car to the winner, but he'll have it soon enough. Ultimately, I couldn't even get it across the street to the BMW dealership, so I used J&L, which was the shop right across the street from the BMW dealership, and they called me up today and told me that the repair is going to be $860 or something like that for a new key, a new column, and yeah, So that's fun. Instead of towing it over to Jeffrey, I'm going to get him an Uber, which will be much cheaper than a tow truck. Get him out there once I get the car registered, because I still have the title for it, so I can register it for him so he doesn't have to come out of pocket. I'll get the car registered, get him a plate, get him an Uber, get him over to the car. Ideally, the shop will get the car cleaned up. He will receive his car, but ultimately it's going to be like down here somewhere, like 5 or 6 days past what I flew out to California to do. So just a reminder, that's sort of the transport company is the reason the car wasn't delivered on time. It's unfortunate, sort of threw off my whole trip. Elizabeth White, who came to follow me and drive me back and document that journey, wasted her time, so that sucks. And then, yeah, so the car is going to arrive late. Everything just doesn't work because of the transport. Thank you. This whole thing was made possible by dashhub.com, so if you're looking for your own project car or something to work on, check out the link below for dashhub.com and panjo.com, which is where I'm going to be selling the wheels from this BMW if anyone's looking. Go to panjo.com. They have a BMW marketplace, or just a general marketplace for you to buy, sell, swap parts. But they also made this journey possible, and I appreciate you guys watching. Sorry, Jeffrey, that the car is late, but it's a free car nonetheless. Thank you guys very much. I will catch you next time.